New research thinks it knows how many people you are going to kiss before you settle down. Challenge accepted. Anthony here for D News, and with it being the new year, Valentine's Day looming in the distance, we tend to think a lot about love, comparing our lives to others, figuring out how we're doing. Where do we stack up to the rest of the world in the hunt for true love? Well, author Graeme Simsion released a novel last year called The Rosie Project. It's all about a guy who uses surveys and big data to try and find the optimal wife. Cute idea, and a really appropriate one because Simsion worked in data modeling and research before becoming a writer. Dude even had a TED Talk about it. So it's no surprise that as part of his research, he did some research. He surveyed 2,000 people in the UK to see just what the average romantic life for men and women is before they find the one. And according to his data, women will kiss 15 people before they settle down. Men will kiss 16. On average, women will be stood up for a date once. It'll happen to men twice. That's cold, ladies. Women will have 7 sexual partners and 4 one-night stands, while men have 10 partners and 6 one-night stands. Both will live with someone once before finding the person that they will live with forever. And in both cases, someone's probably gonna lose a nice couch. Before you start tallying your scores compared to other people, you should know, people lie like crazy on these surveys. Seriously, Norman Brown, a psychologist from the University of Michigan, noticed that in most surveys, men were reporting 2 to 4 times as many lifetime sexual partners as women. In a particular study that he ran of 2,000 people, women reported 8 average partners, and men claimed 32. Those numbers do not add up, you guys. So he got sneaky. A question at the end of a survey asked, "Hey, did you lie back there? Like at the sexual partners question?" And 5% of the respondents immediately said yes. 10% said they didn't lie, but they knew that their answer probably wasn't accurate. Called out, y'all. But it's not just lying. There is an interesting thing about how men and women calculate their answers to these questions. Women use a raw count. They actually go through a list in their heads in the moment. That's a method that actually leads to underreporting because you might forget someone or, want to forget someone. Men are more likely to use rough approximation, just a straight up guess based on what feels right. And that's a method that tends to lead to over-reporting because instead of leaving out people you forget, you add in how many people you think you're forgetting. Like I slept with probably a bunch of models. You don't know them. They live in Niagara Falls or whatever, I guess. I mean, not that I've ever done that. You can't entirely trust data like this, and even if you could, why compare yourself to others? Natural curiosity is fine, but it's important not to actually use this stuff as some sort of yardstick for your own life. Average does not mean normal. It doesn't matter if your numbers skew higher or lower on this stuff because everyone's life is different. Average just crushes all of human experience into one number. Although, if your goal is to smooch more people in the new year, I say have at it, because smooching is great. I honestly compare my life to other people's way more than I should, but I'm getting better about it. How about you? Tell me in the comments and subscribe for more D News.